Headmaster sir and my dear students. So, good afternoon, good afternoon. Today I am going to teach you a new lesson. Already you have learned that, but I am going to teach you that. So, today's topic is reproduction in animals. Okay, so let me know how many of you know what is reproduction. Have you learned this word anymore? Before you, have you learned this word? Do you know what is reproduction? Do you know this word? Did you come across this word in your previous class? In which class you have learned? Yes? In which class you have learned? 8th only? Once again you have a recap? Yes, very good. You have learnt in the 7th class. Okay. So, what is the topic in which you have learnt that reproduction? Yes? Yes, reproduction in plants. Very good. So, you have learnt the reproduction in plants. So, which flower you have learnt? Do you remember that? Which flower you have learnt? Datura flower. Very good. You have learnt the parts of Datura. Okay. Reproduction, you have learnt the parts of Datura. So, let us discuss how this reproduction takes place in birds, animals and different organisms. Okay. Do you know how the reproduction takes place in birds? Yes? How the birds, do the birds lay eggs or the birds are giving rise to the young ones? Yes? Are the birds laying eggs or they are giving rise to young ones? Yes? Say it aloud. I am not able to hear you. Say it aloud. They lay eggs. Why are you getting confused? Okay. So, reproduction in birds by laying eggs. Okay. Animals. How the animals are reproducing? Yes. Animals are laying eggs. Are animal laying eggs? Then what are they doing? Very good. So, animals are giving rise to young ones. Yes, animals are giving rise to young ones, or we can say offsprings. We can say offsprings. Right. Good. So, what is the reproductive part in plants? What is the reproductive part in plants? What are the parts of plant? You have learnt in 6th class. Is it not? So, what are the reproductive parts in plants? Sorry, what are the parts in plants? Yeah. Directly you are going to reproductive parts. Okay. So, stigma, ovary, all those are present in which part? Yes, very good. So, what is the reproductive part in plant? What is the reproductive part in plant? Flower. Very good. Flower is the reproductive part. So, flower changes into after pollination, flower changes into fruit. And fruits is having seeds. Very good. So, when you sow the seeds, they are giving rise to the plants again, right? Today we are going to learn about the reproduction. Okay. How the reproduction takes place in different organisms. It may be birds, it may be animals or in the flowers. Okay. Right. So, let us discuss, sir, duster. So, let us discuss some of the topics in this. Right. Okay. So, we have done the mind mapping. So, next we are going for the concept mapping. This is the mind mapping. Next we are going for concept mapping. Okay now. So, in this reproduction, so this some new topics are there which you have not learnt before, that we are going to discuss on. Okay. So, have you seen the animals or birds which are laying eggs? Have you seen the animals or birds which are laying eggs? Yes. Know the animals which are giving rise to young ones? Yes. So, how can we identify the organisms which are laying eggs or the organisms which are giving rise to young ones? How we can say that some organisms are laying eggs and some organisms are giving rise to young, just by seeing the external features. Just by seeing the external features, we have to say which is giving rise to young ones or which is giving rise to the, which is laying the eggs. Okay. For example, some organisms are having ears, okay, and some organisms are having hair on the body. Hair on the body. Have you seen some of the animals? Can you name some of the animals which are having ears and which are having hairs on the body? Give examples. Goat. Yes, goat. Yes, buffalo. Rabbit. Yes, rat. We are not having ears. We are not having ears. We all are having ears. Yes. So human beings also. So human beings, rabbits, goats, buffalo, we can give many examples. Most of the animals are having ears and also having hair on the body. So the organisms which are having external ears and having hair on the body, they are giving rise to the young ones. Giving rise to the young ones, and they are called as the viviparous. Yes, viviparous. No, viviparous only. They are called as the viviparous. Okay. And the organisms which are not having external ears and which are not having hair on the body, okay, they are called as oviparous. They are called as oviparous. Okay. So can you name some of the organisms which are not having ears, which are not having hair on the body, just they are having feathers? Yes, snake. Good. Some more. What is that? Yes, snake. And so many birds are there, Nana. Can't you give me examples for the birds? Earthworm. You are going to earthworm directly. No birds are there. Yes, peacock is there. Hen is there. So many birds are there. Sparrow is there. So many birds are there. Lizards are there. Calotus is there. Crocodile is there. So which are not having external ears. What they are doing? They are laying eggs. They are laying eggs. Right? So just by seeing the external features, we can say that which organisms are viviparous and which organisms are oviparous. The organisms which are having external ears and hair on the body, they are called as viviparous. Okay, just by seeing we can easily, they are giving rise to the young ones. And the organisms which are which are not having ears and which are not having hair on the body, they are called as the oviparous. You can say many birds are there, reptiles are there which are not having ears, right. So this is, today we are going to learn about the oviparous, viviparous and about the reproduction and also about the reproduction. So have you learnt in the lower classes about the reproduction? How many kinds of reproductions are there? How many kinds of reproductions are there? You have learnt in 7th class also. Yes. What are they, Nana? Nurin? What are the two kinds of reproductions? Yes, two methods are there, Nana. What are they? Sexual and asexual methods. Sexual methods and asexual. Okay. So, concept mapping, we are doing the concept mapping. So, that's why we are going to discuss about the sexual and asexual reproduction. Right. So, what is sexual reproduction and what is asexual reproduction? What is sexual reproduction? What is asexual reproduction? See, in in organisms, animals or human beings, we are having male gametes and female gametes. Male gametes and female gametes. Okay, right. So, in organisms which are having male and female, can you name some animals or organisms which are having male and female? Yes, can you give examples for animals which are having both and male and female? Yes, dogs are there, buffaloes are there, goats are there. Yes, all animals are having male and female. Is it not? Male and female. And human beings are having male and female? Yes. So, the many animals or organisms are there in which male gametes, male are there, female are there. So, in which male and female are there. there the kind of reproduction takes place which is called as the sexual reproduction, which is called as the sexual reproduction. Some organisms are there in which there are no male and female gametes. There are no male and female. For example, virus is there. Is it male virus or female virus? No. Is it bacteria is there? Is it male bacteria or female bacteria? No. There is no male bacteria, no female bacteria. No male fungus, no female fungus. So, many lower organisms are there which are not having male and female. Lower organisms which are not well developed, bacteria, fungus, okay. Unicellular organisms are there which are undergoing asexual kind of reproduction. So, this is about the sexual reproduction and different methods of reproduction, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Again in this there are many methods are there which you are going to learn in your higher classes. Okay. Asexual reproduction, this is again having different methods: budding, fragmentation, regeneration, parthenogenesis, vegetative propagation. So many methods are there which you are going to learn in your 10th class, but in your 8th class you are learning only about the hydra in which budding is there. Okay. Okay. So, this is about the concept mapping. Next, okay. So, already we have discussed prerequisites about the reproduction which they have learnt in the 7th class. You have learnt the reproduction in Datura flower in the 7th class. So, can anyone in the class tell me what are the parts of flower? Anyone in the class? You have learnt already in 7th class, is it not? So, can you tell me what are the parts of flower? Anusha, do you remember what are male parts and female parts? Yes. Tell me. Anyone? Kirti? Male parts and female parts. What are the name of male parts? Yes? Stamen. Don't get worry about anyone. No one is observing you. You and only me are there in the class. Okay, I am your teacher. Don't need to worry. If you are having any doubts also, you can ask me. Okay? Right. So, male parts are called andrecium and female parts are called gynoecium, which you have learnt in your 7th class. And also female parts are having ovary, style, stigma, and male parts are having, male part is called stamen, which is having filament and anther and pollen grains. That also you have learnt in the 7th class, right. So, do you remember the Datura flower? Then you will learn the concept, right. So, that is about the prerequisites. Next, all of you open your textbooks. Let us do the model reading. Sir, duster, sir, duster is not there. Okay, model reading. So, all of you take out the textbooks. Shall I do this model reading also, sir? It will take some time. Didn't you bring the part 1 book? You bought part 2, huh? Okay. So, already you have learned this one, reproduction in animals. You know the terms also. What are the different terms are there? You have learned that one. Oviparous, viviparous, sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction. That also you have learned. Okay. So, that is because they are not having textbooks. They bought part 2 books. So, I am going with that, sir. Okay. Next, identifying the keywords. Next step is identifying the keywords. Yes. So, now you have gone through so many words and you came to know about so many words. So, can you tell me some of the keywords which you have learned just itself? You have known about some of the words, no? What are the words that you have learned? Give me some of the words. Anusha? Kirti? Yeah, very good. Oviparous. Okay. Starting trouble. Once one will start and then the others will repeat that. Okay. Oviparous, viviparous. What is that? Omnivores, carnivores are not there in the, just we have learned. Okay, na? Yes, what we have learned just now. Reproduction, good. What happened? Gunashri? Yes, be allowed. Reproduction? Sexual? Asexual reproduction? Huh. Yes? Any more are there? Budding, good. Huh? Hydra. Very good. Okay? Yes. So, because you are not having textbooks, you are not able to say many of the words. Okay? That's okay. So, let us go through this. Budding, oviparous, viviparous, reproduction, sexual, asexual, hydra. So, some of the words, keywords that you have just learnt in this lesson. Okay, Nana? Right. Next, we have learnt about this, and also we came to know about what are different keywords and what is the meaning of that keywords also we have learnt. The next, shall I ask you some questions? Yes. Okay. So many steps are there, sir. Shall I write the steps on the board, sir? Shall I write the steps or just shall I say it orally? Okay. Identifying the keywords and writing the keywords on the blackboard and discussion. Then conceptual understanding. So just we have discussed the concept and also we have discussed about the lesson. Just we have discussed the lesson. Next, summary means we have to go through the lesson because you are not having that textbook. Just I have repeat that. Okay, let me ask you one or two questions from this. What you have what you understood from this lesson. Okay, can anyone tell me what is oviparous? What are oviparous animals? Yes, the organisms which lay eggs are called oviparous. Can you give examples? Yes, snakes. You can say birds. You can say so many birds are examples. Okay, birds and lizards. Okay, good. Nana, sit down. So, can you tell me what are viviparous organisms? Anyone? Kirti, stand up and give me the answer. What are viviparous organisms? Yes? Which? Good. Which are not laying eggs and which give rise to young ones. Which give rise to young ones. Very good. So, clear about the topic. Very good, Nana. Sit down. So, can you give examples, Gunashri? Can you give examples for viviparous? Human beings and? Yes. Goat, buffalo. So many animals are there. We itself, human beings also. Okay, na? Good, Nana. Sit down. So, in this lesson, we have learnt about external features. Just by seeing the external features, how can we identify a organism is oviparous or viviparous? If the organisms are having external ears and hair, they are called as viviparous. If the organisms are not having external ears and hair on the body, they are called as oviparous. Okay, is it clear with that? And reproduction also, we have learned that two methods are there: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, having gametes, male gametes and female gametes. Fusion of male and female gametes is called as sexual reproduction. So, in the organisms which are having male and female gametes, mostly sexual reproduction takes place. In asexual reproduction, there are no male and female gametes. So, no fusion of male and female gametes. So, are you clear with the lesson? Are you having any doubts? In this topic, are you having any doubts? Okay. Thank you, sir. So, this was my presentation. I tried my best, sir. If any, if I have any mistakes or if I done any mistakes, you can please ask, sir, so that I will correct myself. Again, that's
మేడం మంచిగా చెప్పారు, తక్కువ టైంలో చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పారు. అంటే ఒకటి ఏంటంటే కాన్సెప్చువల్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ఉందా అనేటువంటిది ఒక డౌట్ వచ్చింది మనకు. సెకండ్ కొత్తగా వచ్చినటువంటి దాంట్లో కాన్సెప్చువల్ మ్యాపింగ్ అనేటువంటిది లేదు కదా అనేటువంటిది ఒకటి. ఓకే, అది మనకు దాంట్లో సెకండ్ వచ్చిన స్టెప్స్లలో కాన్సెప్షనల్ మ్యాపింగ్ అనేటువంటిది లేదు కదా. మీరేమో కాన్సెప్షనల్ మ్యాపింగ్ అని పెట్టాను, ఓల్డ్ దాని ప్రకారం. అదొకటి ఎందుకంటే రీక్యాప్చులేషన్ ఆఫ్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ తర్వాత అది ఒకటే అబ్జర్వేషన్ ఉంది. ఇక రిమైనింగ్ అంతా కూడా మంచి టాపిక్లోకి రావడం కానీ తర్వాత టాపిక్ని తీసుకెళ్ళడం కానీ మంచిగా ఉంది, బాగుంది.
మేడం ఓవరాల్గా బేసిక్గా కూడా మీరు ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం కొంత మీకు ఆ ఫ్లూయెన్సీ కూడా ఉంది కాబట్టి యూ కెన్ లీడ్ ఈజీలీ మేడం. సో మాకంటే బేసిక్గా తెలుగు మీడియం నుంచి వచ్చిన మాకు కూడా ఇప్పటికి కూడా అట్లా అంత ఫ్లూయెంట్గా చెప్పలేకపోయే వాళ్ళమేమో. మధ్య మధ్యలో ఖచ్చితంగా తెలుగు వర్డ్స్ వస్తుంటాయి. మీకు కూడా తెలుగు వర్డ్ ఒకటి కూడా రాకుండా పూర్తిగా 100% ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్పారు, బాగుంది టీచింగ్. ఇంకా బేసిక్గా మేము తెలుగు మీడియం నుంచి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళం అయితే ఖచ్చితంగా ఎక్కడో అక్కడ కరెక్ట్గా మనకి ఏంటంటే వర్డ్ రాదు, బేసిక్గా రాదు. సో వెరీ గుడ్ మేడం. కాకపోతే మనకు ఇచ్చిన మోడల్లో ఇచ్చిన ప్రకారంగా ఓల్డ్ మోడల్ ప్రకారంగానే స్టెప్స్ ఫాలో అయ్యారు. కొద్దిగా కొత్త దాంట్లో కొద్దిగా మారినాయి. ఓకే, ఓవరాల్గా బాగుంది మేడం. గుడ్.
మేడం లెసన్ చాలా చక్కగా లెసన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం కాబట్టి చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. మేమే ఈ లెసన్ చెప్పినట్టయితే మేము తెలుగు వర్డ్స్ చాలా యూజ్ చేసేవాళ్ళము. మేము ఇంత సక్సెస్ సరే స్టెప్స్ విషయంలో పక్కకు పెట్టినా కానీ లెసన్ మాత్రం ఫుల్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ మేడం. థ్యాంక్ యూ. క్లాస్ లెవెల్లో పిల్లలకు అండర్స్టాండ్ కావడం అనేటటువంటిది మన కాన్సెప్ట్. చాలా చక్కగా అర్థం కావాలనేది చాలా చక్కగా ఉంది మేడం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఎక్సలెంట్ టీచింగ్ మేడం, చాలా బాగా చెప్పిండ్రు. బోర్డును కూడా చాలా బాగా యూజ్ చేసిండ్రు. అన్ని వర్డ్స్ ప్రతిదీ కూడా హార్డ్ వర్డ్స్ అన్నీ కూడా దాంట్లో వచ్చేసినాయి ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్. కాకపోతే ఒక్కటి ఏంటంటే ఏదైనా ఒక చార్ట్ లాంటిది ఏమన్నా కానీ చూపించుంటే బాగుండేదేమో. ఇంకా ఒక్కటి అనేది అని ఒక్కటేను, మిగతా అంత చాలా ఓవరాల్గా చాలా బాగుంది. ఎక్సలెంట్ టీచింగ్. ఓకే.
ఓకే సార్, యాక్చువల్గా ఏంటంటే ఇట్ వాజ్ అ వెరీ షార్ట్ పీరియడ్. సార్ మార్నింగ్ చెప్పారు, మేడం మీరు ఏమైనా మోడల్ క్లాస్ చెప్తారా అనేసి మార్నింగ్ చెప్పారు. చెప్పినప్పుడు ఐ వాజ్ నాట్ ప్రిపేర్డ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. ఏం చెప్పాలంటే ఐ హ్యావ్ నాట్ ప్రిపేర్డ్. జస్ట్ విత్ ఇన్ అ స్పాన్ ఆఫ్ half an hour, 1 hour I have prepared the lesson plan and immediately I have gone for it. I have not even seen that lesson. Just I have gone for the lesson directly. So that's why I am not prepared. I have not taken any teaching aids, everything with me. But if I go to the class, I use the teaching aids, I draw the diagram, I write all the keywords. In every class, I and Mamta madam, she is also having the same zeal along with me. We fill the total board with the keywords or with the diagrams. Everyone, those the teachers, they are entering, saying that why you are filling all the board and you are drawing all the diagrams like that. So it is a quality of bioscience teacher, not only me, it's a quality of bioscience teacher. We are all in that same deal. I think all are very excellent than me. Not only me, you are also having very excellence in your teaching. Only thing is medium problem. So I think that medium is not a problem actually. When you have a good subject knowledge, when you have a good subject knowledge, when you are having good terminology, then you can easily explain. No one is going to see your grammar. No one is going to care about your grammar because children, they don't understand that much grammar. You can flow along with that. Easily you can make that understand. So thank you sir for giving me this opportunity.
యాక్చువల్లీ వాసంతి మేడం అయినా సైజుల్ సార్ అయినా నేనైనా సార్ మ్యాక్సిమం అంతా కాన్సెప్ట్ కవర్ చేస్తాం. బ్లాక్ బోర్డ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం, టీచింగ్ ఎయిడ్స్ కూడా చార్ట్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. కానీ కొంచెం కమ్యూనికేషన్లో మేమిద్దరం తక్కువగా వాడతాం ఇంగ్లీషు, మేడం ఎక్కువ వాడుతుంది. వర్క్ చేస్తాం. పిల్లలు కూడా కొత్త ఫ్లూయెన్సీ ఉంది బయాలజీలో, దాన్ని మాత్రం మేము చెప్పుకోగలుగుతాం.
She is very good in English. We also trying to speak in English. We also trying to go through in English in classroom. In our training, I am one of the RP, UNNATHI RP. At the time, I always told you, don't speak completely English for our children. మన పిల్లలకి కంప్లీట్గా ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే చెప్పాలని మేము చెప్పలేదు. క్లాస్ రూమ్లో అంటే ఈడ వాసంతి మేడం చెప్పిన దాన్ని నేను తప్పు పడతలేను. యాక్చువల్గా మేడం ఏంటంటే మన ముందర చెప్పడానికి ప్రయత్నించారు కాబట్టి ఇంగ్లీష్ టు ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్తే బాగుంటుందని ప్రయత్నించినట్టు నాకు అనిపించింది. అయితే మనం ట్రైనింగ్లో కూడా ఏం చెప్పారు, మన పిల్లలకి ఎట్ ఏ టైం ఇంగ్లీష్ టు ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్పినప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి అర్థం కాదు. ఈడ అసలు యాక్చువల్గా పాత పద్ధతిలో కానీ ఎప్పుడు కాకుండా లాంగ్వేజ్ మీద ఎక్కువ ఫోకస్ చేస్తారు. ఇక్కడ మనం లాంగ్వేజ్ని ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకుంటూ కాన్సెప్ట్ లాస్ కాకుండా ఫాలో అయ్యే మెథడ్ని మనం ఉన్నతిలో ఫాలో అవుతున్నాం అన్నట్టు. పిల్లవానికి వివిపారస్ అంటే ఓవిపారస్ అంటే అర్థం కావాలి. ఫస్ట్ సెక్షువల్ మెథడ్ ఏసెక్షువల్ మెథడ్ అంటే అర్థం కావాలి. అది మదర్ లాంగ్వేజ్ కావచ్చు, ఇంగ్లీష్ లాంగ్వేజ్ కావచ్చు. ఫస్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అర్థమైతే దాని తర్వాత ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఇంగ్లీష్ వస్తుంది. మనం ఉన్నతిలో టీచరు మోడల్ రీడింగ్ చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నించారు. ఇక్కడ ఆ పిల్లలకు పార్ట్ 1 లేకపోవడం వలన అది చేయలేదు. నెక్స్ట్ టైం కూడా ఎక్కువ తీసుకుంటుందనే ఉద్దేశం మేడంతో. ఆల్రెడీ కంప్లీటెడ్ లెసన్ కాబట్టి పిల్లలకి తెలిసి ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి పిల్లలు కూడా మంచిగా రెస్పాండ్ అయ్యారు. నెక్స్ట్ పిల్లలు కూడా కొంత డిస్టర్బ్ అయినట్టు కూర్చున్నారు. కారణం ఏంటంటే మనమంతా ఉండడం వలన మనమంతా ఇక్కడ ఉండడం వలన పిల్లలకు ఏం తప్పు మాట్లాడతాము, మళ్ళీ టీచరు ఏమనుకుంటారు అట్లా అనే ఉద్దేశంతో వాళ్ళు కొంత రిజిడ్గా ఉన్నారు అన్నట్టు. అయినప్పటికీ చాలా మంచి కీవర్డ్స్ చెప్పారు. టోటల్ లెసన్లో ఉన్న కీవర్డ్స్ ఇవే: వివిపారస్, ఓవిపారస్, ఎసెక్చువల్, సెక్షువల్ రిప్రొడక్షన్, నెక్స్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్, ఎసెక్చువల్ రిప్రొడక్షన్, బడ్డింగ్, నెక్స్ట్ హైడ్రా ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అవన్నీ చెప్పారు. ఇట్లా మేడాన్ని మీరు తీసుకుంటారా అని ఒక్క చిన్న వర్డ్ అన్న వెంటనే సరే సార్ తీసుకుందామా అని అన్నారు. నేను స్పెషల్ థ్యాంక్స్ టు వసంత్ మేడం.